Begin standing at the top of the mat, facing the short edge. Find Tadasana. Lift and spread your toes. Shift from front to back. And see if as you shift front to back, you can feel a sense of elongating the foot. So lifting the heel and planting the heel just a little further back than it might naturally go. And then release that effort and just soften into your stance of Tadasana. Bring your hands to your heart center. Perhaps set an intention for our practice. And then inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, allowing the upper back to arch. Exhale, sit into Utkatasana chair pose, bending your elbows. Inhale, reach up and overhead, arcing back. Exhale, sitting into your chair. A few more like this. Move with the rhythm of your breath and see if you can just, instead of directing your breath, let the breath direct your movements. So you might be going at a different pace than me, inhaling to reach up and overhead, and letting your exhale guide you into your chair. The next time you find yourself in the chair pose, pause here for a moment. Reach the arms straight back, palms facing down. Straighten the elbows. Inhale here, broaden the heart. Exhale, maybe sink a bit deeper. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, shift your weight into your left foot, lifting your right leg off of the floor. Exhale, send the right leg straight back into Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale, sweep the foot forward, lifting the knee. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 3. Perhaps now adding the arms, any variation that feels doable for your system in this moment. Once more, sending the leg back. And allow the back leg to plant on the earth. Draw the outer left hip back. Right hip comes forward. Allow the back heel to lift. And then straighten the back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Gazing at your thumbs. Exhale, graze the floor. Inhale, continue watching the hands. If that feels too challenging for your vestibular system, perhaps find a single point of focus. But know that challenging your gaze will help improve your balance. Last one, lifting on the inhale. Exhale, planting the hands, step the left foot back, and find your way into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. See that your pointer fingers are parallel, and then externally rotate, spiral the arms out from the foundation of the hands. Inhale, come all the way onto your toes. Lift the heels. Firm the quadriceps muscles at the front of the thighs. Keeping the heels lifted. See how far back you can send your hips. Keeping the front of the thighs engaged. Send the heels back and down toward the floor. One or two more breaths here. Inhale forward into plank, option to lower the knees or keep them lifted. Exhale, lower down all the way onto the belly. Allow the forehead to touch the floor. Rest here for a moment. And then from the movement of the shoulders, draw the shoulders toward the ears, then toward the ceiling, then back toward your heels. On your next inhale, lift the shoulders even higher. Exhale, pause. Inhale, lift the shoulders even higher to begin to float the head away from the earth. But let that action be coming from the movement of the shoulders, the upper back, rather than from lifting the head. Exhale, touch the forehead to the earth. Inhale here, and exhale, pressing through your hands and knees. And all the way back into Bhaktasana, devotional pose with the arms outstretched ahead of you, hips lowered toward your heels. Take a moment to connect with your breath. And inhale through hands and knees, tucking the toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then stepping forward into Uttanasana, standing forward, fold toward the front of your mat, allowing the knees to be bent so that your hips can raise and so that your spine can just cascade out of your pelvis like a waterfall. Allow the neck to relax. If you are feeling called to sway from side to side, or if stillness feels more appropriate, be here with your body and your breath. From here, bend your knees deeply, touch the floor with your hands. Inhale, lift the heart, but keep touching the floor. Exhale here, inhale, reach the arms forward, and then come all the way up, reaching overhead into a gentle back bend, bending the elbows, finding Utkatasana. Inhale, reaching up and arcing back, and exhale, bending the elbows and sitting into your chair. A few more here, again, allowing your breath to direct the movement. See if you can find a slight smile and staying connected with your breathing. Pausing in chair. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shifting your weight into your right foot. Inhale, the left knee lifts. Exhale, send the foot back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, perhaps extending the arms for your Vajrasana 3. Dynamic movements. Challenging your balance. Once more, coming through. And then sending your foot all the way back to plant it onto the earth into a lunge. And you might have to scoot your foot forward and adjust your position. Draw the outer edge of your right knee back towards your right hip. Lifting the back heel and then straightening the back knee. So a nice strong foundation here. Inhaling, reaching, arcing overhead. Maybe the gaze follows the hands. And then sweeping down, reaching behind you, grazing the earth with the fingers. A few more rounds like this. Moving with the rhythm of your breath. And when it feels time, placing the hands to the earth and stepping this foot back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. See if you can feel the restfulness of this pose. See if you can engage just enough effort and invite as much ease as possible over the next few breaths. Letting go the neck. Feeling the support of the wrap of the shoulders. Sending the hips up and back. Inhale forward, lowering the knees to the earth. Exhale, finding any version of a resting pose that is calling for you in this moment. Sometimes that means curling into a balasana pose, extending into a bhaktasana pose, or even just coming to virasana pose, seated in stillness. Enjoy a few breaths here, observing the heartbeat, finding that inner smile. And if you're in bhaktasana, balasana, draw the hands back toward the body and come to seated on your heels for virasana, hero pose. You can use a block under your hips or sit directly on your heels or find your favorite variation. And then from here, reaching the arms behind you, draw the shoulders away from the center of the body. So it is this sort of action of drawing or creating more space in the chest as you reach back actively with your arms. Find an external rotation, the same kind of rotation that happens in downward dog here, where the thumbs go out to the sides and then toward the back of the body or behind your body. Inhale here. Exhale. See if you can elongate the low back, descend the tailbone toward the heels, but maintain that openness of the heart. Many of us, when we try to work on opening the upper body, the low back goes into a big arch instead. So keep your low back stable and find this action happening just in the shoulders and a broadness of the chest, a buoyancy of the rib cage. Inhale, reaching up and overhead. Touch the pinky sides of the fingers toward each other. Exhale now, pinkies go out to the sides, cactus arms. Inhale, spiraling the arms so pinkies touch, perhaps gazing overhead or keeping your gaze straight in front of you. Exhale, cactus. Once more, pinkies toward the center. And exhale through bent elbows to collect your hands in your lap. Perhaps the right hand is cradled by the left and the thumbs touch. Feel length in your spine. Feel your low back descending or lengthening toward the earth, while at the same time the upper spine lifts up toward the sky. Enjoy a few breaths here, not guiding your breath, but instead allowing your breath to guide you, engaging with your curiosity, your skills of observation, of wonder at the innate intelligence of your breath. So watching it here. And to close practice today, we'll bring our hands to heart center, and I thank you for joining me for this brief practice. Namaste.